What is up? It's your boy Johnny Revive BB Pro Mr. Tell Like It Is. Welcome back to another episode of Train With Me. Today, guys, we're gonna go over cable crunches. A lot of you guys asked, do you train core? Should you train core? And the answer is yes. I'm gonna show you exactly how. So without further ado, keep your eyes glued to the screen, ears glued to the speakers. Let's learn some crunching shit. Okay, so should you train abs, core? Yes, you should, but you should also be engaging your core throughout your lifts. So by default, you are already training your core, but I want to give you guys a better understanding of how to actually engage, or I would say brace or flex your abs. When someone says engage your core, a lot of times people are trying to do a vacuum, and we want to get away from doing a vacuum. Now, for the most part, a lot of you guys are really already doing that and know how to, you're just not really paying attention because no one really thinks about how they breathe every single day. They just breathe. No one's being like, inhale, exhale, inhale, and then knowing what actually goes in with all those actions. Now, do this with me, everybody. I'm gonna take a deep breath in, then deep breath out. See that? When I take a deep breath in, my body lifts up. But when I blow out, it starts to fold. So we're gonna exaggerate that, and we're gonna focus on our core. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our hands like this, guys. Everybody put their hands like this. Wherever you are right now, stop what you're doing and put your hands on your stomach. I want you to feel your stomach, touch it, caress it. Touch your core. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a deep breath in, and then we're gonna blow out all of the air that you just sucked in. So, and then, that's it, okay? Whew, all right. How many of you guys probably felt your abs go from kind of soft to very hard? Now, let's do this so you guys can see. Chill out, y'all. I'm just trying to show you exercise. Relax. Get your head out of the gutter. No! All right, here we go. Deep breath in and out. Right now, it's all out and my core is engaged. We want to duplicate that, replicate it, or make that consistent throughout your cable crunches or any ab exercise that you're doing. But for today, we're doing cable crunches. So this is what we're gonna continue to do throughout the movement. Now that we understand how to actually engage the core, we're gonna go over to the cables and set ourselves up. Now, obviously, don't want it down here. Let's get it high enough that when we get on our knees, pause. We get on our knees, that there's tension right away. Okay, so setting this guy up, let's make sure that it's high enough that when we're on our knees, pause, that we're having tension right away from the start. And then you're gonna use a weight. Like every other lift that we do, we're gonna get a weight that we can control the lift consistently with smooth movements. I'm gonna put up here, obviously it's not even. Now again, if you're a bigger person, like for me, I weigh 230 pounds. If I grab weight like this, and I go on my knees like this, well, it's, as soon as I get back, as soon as I'm down here, well, guess what? I ain't coming back up. I'm stuck. I'm very stuck here. So this is kind of like, now for me to get back up, I gotta lift my, right? So let's get a weight that is gonna make us work to get it down, but will help aid us back up. Remember, when we're doing these lifts, especially when we're using cables, let the cable bring you back to your starting position. And for cable crunches, you're gonna have to put on a little bit more weight to be able to do that, to counterbalance your actual body weight. There's no like percentage or calculation to do that. It's gonna take you a little bit of time to kind of figure it out, right? So for me, I'm gonna grab this and, oh, look at that. Look at it, it can help me back up. Ooh, look at that, perfect, cool. Now this is still pretty light, but for coaching purposes, this is what we're gonna do. Now, where do we have this in terms of, you know, do we have it on the side of our head like this? Do we have it in the front? What our arm is doing? Here's what we wanna do. Regardless if you decide to do this with it beside your head like this, or like I do, I like putting them together and putting my hands like this, and then my head rests on my hand, just like this. I like doing like this. Now, if we do it like this or this, what we wanna do is make sure that when we are in this position, that now we're stuck. I don't wanna be like loose here. Because what happens is, we get this kind of thing and we're trying to pull it down here. We want you to feel like everything here is all one. So for me, if you wanna do like me, do like me. Everyone wanna do like me, what? For me, I like to push these together, hands like this and like this. And then we're gonna pull the weight down right to here. And then we're gonna lower our head to our fists. While we're here, we're gonna step ourselves back a bit. Now you can have your feet like this if you want, or here, doesn't necessarily matter. What we want to do is, at the top of the lift right here, I'm tight, and then on the way down, I'm gonna breathe the air out, and then I'm gonna crunch and roll. We do wanna roll. All the times I say don't necessarily roll your back, and this we do, because if you want to get the full benefit of doing a crunch, if you're understanding what a crunch is, it's just basically it's C, T, and L spine flexion. That basically means your entire spine is gonna roll. But it's not gonna roll inactively, it's gonna roll because of, again, naturally when I breathe out, my body is going to flex. So we wanna continue that. So at the top of the lift, what we wanna do is get to a place where we're in a nice stretch position. I'm locked in from here. I'm gonna let myself be up nice and tall. And from here, I'm gonna blow the air out and then on the way up to the top, and then again. So I'm in a straight position, and then I'm basically and up. Now I'm exaggerating the breathing so you can hear what I'm doing, but that is the biggest thing missed when we're doing core exercises. People aren't breathing. We got people doing stuff where they're just like, or I don't know. But if we time our breathing with the contraction, we're gonna get that much greater of a contraction. So this is still a little light for me. I'm gonna put it here. Again, grab your weight, hands together like this. Like, you ever do a thing where you take a little, the little leaf and you go, you guys ever do that before? You probably do that, right? Everybody's probably done that in their life. That's what we're gonna do. Look at that cue, that's a nice cue. That's a nice cue. All right, so here, hands together, head on the hand. We are not gonna manipulate the head at all. We're not trying to pull it down with my head doing this. Don't do that. What I'm doing is resting my head. Everything else is gonna keep me in place in terms of my hands being here, I'm locked in, I'm flexed, and then my head stays on it, and that's my guide. I'm not gonna be pulling this down with my head. This stays in a good position, healthy from here, and then breath in, and then and that will be your full range of motion. It's going to be when you're fully stretched from here, and then once this comes all the way down and reaches the floor. You can see my back is curved, but my core is super duper engaged right now. Right now, right for you, if you came and tried to, a really small person, like really small, but had one hell of an uppercut, come under here and I'd be like, give me some more, what's up? They ain't doing nothing, right? Because I'm contracted here. I am engaged, fully flexed here, and then opening up, expanding, and then curling down. So let's do this again. Grab the handles, rolling, fists in. These are gonna stay together and touched. We're gonna pull it down. So almost like tucked. Think about doing almost like a row, like a high row from here. Elbows are tucked in, head is on from here, and then breathing up. Now, a few things when we're doing this to keep your leverage by making sure we're still active through the feet. So I'm digging my feet into the ground still. So on the way down, I'm digging my feet in the ground, and on the way up, my feet are still dug in the ground. And then my core, my glutes are engaged too. So from here, my glutes are engaged to help me with the full extension and then flexion. Now, as you can see, my head isn't doing anything, it's just sitting here naturally. That's what you wanna do every time you do cable crunches. Now again, when we're just doing core, abs, whatever you want to call it, in general, when you're doing your lift, whether it's a leg lift, a cable curl, a side bend, I don't care what it is, what you want to do is make sure that you are breathing the air out to get that full contraction. That's why when you see bodybuilders do the ab and thigh is basically, it's staying here, expanding and then and blowing out. Literally doing this while I'm doing a cable crunch. So think about it. Take a little advice from a bodybuilder who might know how to contract every damn muscle in his body. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys watch some more of these videos here guys. Get my ebook. And you know what it is guys, iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.